Let's face it, vocal technique and singing terms can be extremely complicated, frustrating, and contradictory. But what if I told you that with one simple shift in the way that you're singing, all of those things that you've tried previously, the exercises, the techniques, would suddenly start working for you, and you'd be able to use them to take your singing to the next level? That's exactly what I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. Actionable steps that you can take and apply in your singing right now that will help you get back on the path towards becoming the singer that you've always dreamed of. I'm Keegan from Foundation Vocal Method and author of the best-selling voice coaching book, Reset Your Voice. Over the past 15 years, I've helped hundreds of singers, or thousands, if you consider my online voice coaching programs, take their singing to the next level with the very system that I'm sharing with you today. Make sure you stick around to the end of this video. I've got a super special free gift for you that's going to help you take your singing to the next level as well. Now, if you're somewhere that you can't practice, you're on the train home from work or something, that's totally okay. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, add this to your watch later list so that you can follow along with me in real time and feel out these changes in your singing voice for yourself. Let's say, God forbid, that you are momentarily deafened, right? You are having the most important conversation of your life with someone. They're about to tell you the meaning of life. The meaning of life is, and then a big freight train goes past and you cannot hear what they're saying. What's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to look down at their mouth, right? And you're going to see their lips moving because that is your kinesthetic perception of where a voice is. It's your mouth. This is where you speak from. When I'm speaking to you right now, this is where I'm speaking to you from, right? My mouth, I kind of feel it in the chest, but it's definitely here in the mouth, right? What if I told you that 99% of your issues as a singer stem from this kinesthetic perception of where your voice resonates, where your speaking voice is, where your singing voice is, right? That to unlock your true voice, all you have to do is resonate internally. What if every single vocal exercise out there was just a way to help you recognize internal resonance in different ways? Let's say you're struggling with a vocal line. This song used to really get me. I couldn't hit the high notes in it, right? Last Sunday morning, the sunshine felt like rain. Right, can't hit those notes. Certain words would really get me. Felt like rain. That's internal, right? Rain. The week before, that E vowel there, week. The week before, it all seemed the same. Right, this is just ringing internally. You don't have to do anything fancy. You don't have to practice for hours. You don't need to pat your head and rub your belly and make monkey sounds. All you need to do is resonate internally and shift your kinesthetic perception of where your voice exists. With the help of God and true friends, I come to realize I still have two strong legs and even wings to fly. Meanwhile, I ain't wasting time no more. You're starting to hear that now, right? I'm not singing, no more. My voice isn't here. My singing voice is here. And this is what almost every single exercise that you've been doing is meant to be showing you. Now, if you make a head voice sound on a kind of a hooty oo vowel, right? Ooh, 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 ooh. One of my favorite sounds ever because you can just do it anywhere throughout the day. You don't need a piano. You don't need a practice space. You don't even have to do it long. Now, practicing this for hours and hours and hours isn't actually going to do anything for you unless you use it to shift your perception of where you should be singing. When I close my eyes and I make that hoot sound, woo, I'm speaking here. Ooh, I can't hit that pitch if I sing it here though, right? That's definitely in the back of my head. So when you're going through a vocal exercise and when you're singing a song, you basically got to make that connection between where you think your voice starts and where your voice needs to be ending up. And all of the struggles that you've been going through, maybe you feel like you have a support issue, maybe you feel like you have a mixed voice issue, call it purple monkey dishwasher if you like, it doesn't matter. None of those things really matter because your job is simply to shift towards the position that these exercises is showing you, right? Now, say you're trying vowel modification. Say you watched a couple of my videos, right? And you're trying, okay, A, E, I, right? Hey, head, hid, right? And you're going through the scale. And it doesn't work. What's this guy talking about? That doesn't do anything for me. That's because you're just pronouncing eh. You're not actually making the internal shift that you need to make to sing with internal resonance. We sing that sound in the back like you're surprised. Ah, yeah, right? Right? It's not really about the vowel modification. It's not really about the word reference I gave you. It's just about ringing internally. Now, there's an acoustic reason for this. Now, singing is falsely kinesthetic, right? You have false kinesthesia with singing, and that's a fancy word, but what does that mean? Basically, what you think is going on is not what's really going on. There you go. Really, really simple, right? And the things that are going on, you don't necessarily feel them. The voice is largely involuntary, but also you can't see it, you can't touch it, you can't necessarily sense these movements because they're reflexes. Changes with the diaphragm and use of the diaphragm actually changes the physical setup of your larynx. You don't need to focus on it, you can't really feel it, but when you work it out, it's happening. Now, we're all different people, right? We've all got different accents, we all have different cultures, we all have different experiences in life. So your brain and your experiences and your personality fill in those dots of what's going on in different ways. Maybe you don't feel the voice in the mouth here like I do when you're speaking, right? With my Aussie accent, my hilarious pirate accent, right? Maybe you feel it in your left ear, right? Maybe you feel it in your chest or in your shoulder. It doesn't really matter. As long as you go from that position to the back of the head where that first formant is actually ringing, this is where the resonance is. From the vocal folds to the back of the tongue and up into the palate, this is where the body and the pitch of the sound ring in the first formant, right? It's not really a space, it's more that that's the area that those frequencies, those sounds get excited, right? Now, when you're trying to push your voice forward, hey, you don't have a bad voice. Your voice is actually a very, very good boy because it's trying to follow it's blindly following your instructions. It's just your instructions are shit, right? You're telling your voice to do something which isn't anatomically correct and doesn't allow the voice to function in a natural way. When people talk about the true voice, unlock your true voice, they're just talking about internal resonance, right? Now, vocal terms and technique can seem really contradictory. You know, one guy's saying this and then I'm saying, okay, don't do that. Like, don't sing forward in that way. But if you look at what's actually going on with the voice, you often get a very different explanation of what's actually going on and how you might need to go about it, because we're all different people. And with this whole false kinesthesia thing, you might feel it completely different to someone else. Someone can be a spectacular singer, tell you how it feels, and it will never ever help you become a better singer. Imagine standing at the finish line and the first guy that crosses the line in a marathon, you ask him, hey, how did you win the race? He turns around, big smile on the face, I ran faster than everyone. That's vocal technique in a nutshell in a lot of cases, right? So when you're singing forward in the mask, this is not a true representation of what's going on. It's sympathetic vibration that you might perceive and might feel, and it might even trigger the right reflex in the right singer, right? Now, someone who feels their voice in the right place, maybe because of their accent, maybe because they're a natural, none of these things really matter. They feel their voice in the right place, they sing here at the third eye, they sing forward, and they sing beautifully. They're going to give you the advice, okay, you've got to sing as far forward as you can. But you have a different kinesthetic feeling of where your voice sits and where it rings. So pushing your voice forward in that way is detrimental to the health of your voice, and it can create more issues than it solves. When we're talking about forward placement, and when we're talking about twang, you know, you're going to hear people saying, you've got to get out of your throat. Don't sing in your throat. We're all trying to get out of our throats, right? But this is actually where your forward placement rings. The distance from the vocal folds to the epiglottis, 1,000 revolutions of the sound. It's kind of an oversimplification of what's actually going on, but this is the most practical way to look at it. That's your twang. It's here. It's not nasal. It's not the front. It's not in the bones, even if you might sense it there. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Doesn't matter. Forward placement, the supraglottis, engagement of that area just below the epiglottis there. This is 3,000 revolutions of the sound, right? So all of your forward placement stuff is actually happening here in the throat. Okay, well, hang on. We're trying not to sing in the throat, and we're trying to sing forward, right? You can see how this might work for one person if they've just got that right kind of voice. Their voice just sits in the right place, and you can see why it has not been working for you. The one simple shift that you need to make to, you know, all of the things that you've tried previously that haven't worked, to get them working for you so that you can get back on that path towards becoming a better singer. You need to sing with internal resonance. Close your eyes, close your mouth, and just hum. Is that M here? No, it's internal, right? Hey, hey. I bet if you take any song that you've ever struggled to sing on those higher or on the notes that you're struggling with, you're pushing them out of the mouth, or you're trying to sing them where you speak them or where you feel your voice, or you think your voice is here, right? If you take those sounds and sing them in the back of the head, you'll no longer struggle to sing anything. Here's another example. Searchlight, so they say, but I can't see. I used to struggle with see it in the night. That's way too high for my voice, right? See it in the night, I'm only faking, right? Resonance is internal, right? If you push it out, especially the rock stuff that seems a bit more gnarly, you get the impression it's being pushed out of the mouth. No, it's internal and it's ringing. Even if you want that intense sound, right? You need to sing with internal resonance and you need to build on it. And wherever you sense your voice when you're speaking or when you sing lower stuff, you need to move and shift towards the back of the head. And this goes for any vocal exercise, vowel modification. Doesn't really matter if you just sing towards the back of the head, right? The word references will help you get the right shape and the ping and the resonance and all that kind of stuff. But if it's not working for you, sing towards the back. Lip trills, same thing. If you're going and you can't do lip trills, I'm someone that can't do lip trills, right? Sing them internally. It's not coming out of your mouth. It's up here, right? Right? And then when you're singing songs like I was doing before, right? Song I used to struggle with. Last Sunday morning, the sunshine felt like rain. The week before, it all seemed the same. The help of God and true friends, I come to realize I still have two strong legs and even wings to fly. Meanwhile, I ain't wasting time no more. You're starting to hear it now, right? You can hear when the resonance is internal. And this is this massive, powerful resonant sound that your favorite singer's making. You can't quite put your finger on it. You're yelling as loud as you can. You're still not as loud and not filling out the room in the way that your favorite singer does, right? And that's because they're using their voice as a resonator, as an echo chamber, as a cave, and you're trying to blast the sound out of your mouth. This is going to get you back on the path towards becoming the singer you've always wanted to become. If you struggle with anything in singing, you think you have a support issue, you think you have a mixed voice issue, whatever it is, if you focus on internal resonance, you realize that they're really just shiny objects, taking you away from what the real root cause of all of your issues is as a singer, and that is your kinesthetic perception of where your voice exists. Now, at the start of this video, I mentioned a super special free gift that's going to help get you back on the path towards becoming a better singer and take your singing to the next level. Now, your kinesthetic perception of your singing voice is just one of 12 vocal progress killers, which is holding you back from your full potential as a singer. And what I've done to make this easy for you, I've created a cheat sheet with each one of these 12 vocal progress killers, which you could download right now. It'll take you 2 minutes to go through the cheat sheet, tick each one of these off, right? Oh my God, I've been doing that. I've been doing that too. Shit, I should be doing that too. Wow. Right? And it's going to make it so clear where you've been going wrong for such a long time. Plus, there's an exclusive training video that comes out for each one of the 12 vocal progress killers. So we're not just talking about it, I'm actually going to show you how to take your singing to the next level. Make sure you hit this link to download your free 12 vocal progress killers cheat sheet right now. Start ticking these off and get those exclusive training videos as they come out. I'm Keegan from Foundation Vocal Method, and we are definitely going to talk soon. Your voice isn't here, it's here.